Hi, everyone. I'm Anne-Marie Green. We are awaiting French President Emmanuel Macron. He's scheduled to address Congress in about 30 minutes or so. Macron will make his case for the Iran deal as he wraps up his three-day state visit. Now, this comes after President Trump signaled that he could be open to renegotiating the international agreement. President Trump tweeted about the French president's address this morning, saying, quote, "Busy day planned. Looking forward to watching President Macron of France address a joint session of Congress today. This is a great honor and seldom allowed to be done. He will be great." Major Garrett is at the White House with the latest.
As expected, the two leaders clashed over the Iran nuclear deal. Those very frank discussions, that's the way the French president described it, appears to have yielded a new reality. President Trump still dislikes the Obama-era nuclear deal, but for the first time sounded open to other options. As a matter of fact, by day's end, it was hard to keep track of all the various possibilities to that underlying deal floated by Mr. Trump.
Tonight we celebrate nearly 2.5 centuries of friendship between the United States and France.
The state dinner honoring the President and First Lady of France was the culmination of a two-day public display of affection.
Thank you.
I like him a lot.
There was hand-holding, kissing, and even an intimate cleaning off of President Macron's collar.
We do have a very special relationship. In fact, I'll get that little piece of dandruff off. That little piece. We have to make him perfect. He is perfect.
But that sunny disposition has its cracks, most notably on the Iran nuclear deal.
It's a bad deal. It's a bad structure.
After an intense round of talks, the president warned Iran not to follow through on a promise to resume nuclear activity if the U.S. quits the multilateral deal.
If Iran threatens us in any way, they will pay a price like few countries have ever paid. Okay?
The French leader came to Washington to persuade the president to stay with the deal and build upon it. Macron spoke of a, quote, new deal that would limit Iran's ballistic missile development and help blunt terrorism in the Middle East. His pitch appears to have made some headway with the president.
But we'll see also, if I do what some people expect, whether or not it will be possible to do a new deal with solid foundations.
On North Korea, Mr. Trump said summit discussions are progressing. He used strikingly positive language to describe dictator Kim Jong-un, a sharp turn from that critical nickname, Little Rocket Man.
He really has been very open and I think very honorable from everything we're seeing.
The future of U.S. forces in Syria was also a big topic, and there, too, there might be something called the Macron effect, because President Trump appears to have taken the French leader's advice, acknowledging publicly that there might be some costs to moving U.S. forces out too rapidly, creating an opening in Syria for Iran. In the end, the president said world leaders need to demonstrate flexibility, and at least while President Macron has been in town, Mr. Trump, Anne-Marie, has been trying to do just that.
Major Garrett, thank you. Face the